action. Marvin Hagler is making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be embattled there in the ring. Carlos Monzon's coming down to the ring now, and what a nice reception as he is completely focused in on his goal tonight.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
They're scheduled for 12. Here's round number 1. Monzon's met by a left hand. Wow, stunned Oh! Round number 1, and he's already down. Monzon's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you'd give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together. A
well-placed left hand up top. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Marvin Hagler. That hook was well off the mark. Teddy, we've seen both these guys before, and we have a feeling, just kind of have the feeling that it could be one of those special nights.
Yeah, because their styles, it suits up for one of those special nights.
Cover up! A well-timed right hand by Carlos Monzon. When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes there comes a point where one fighter thinks he's got himself an advantage. He's done something great. But then the other fighter doesn't go away. How does that play out in the minds of each fighter?
Usually it doesn't affect the kind of guys you just mentioned, Gaddy or Ward. They're made how to cement these guys. They're already set in their ways. They know what they have to do. They're not going to get thrown off just because somebody's still there.
Good right hand. Hagler's left landing well. Not precise at all by Carlos Monzon. Hagler's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Able to dismiss that body shot. Last last 10 seconds.
Come on!
Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner, the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He has control.
Yeah. You got to move out there. Move, move, move.
Carlos Monzon's legs are just fine, thank you. That was the big question. In the last round, he was damaged, but here a fresh start.
You know, Joe, we talk about having a good chin all the time, being able to shake off a good blow, but this is part of having a good chin, being able to recover after being shaken out, after the round before.
Good flush shot upstairs. And right from the start, he's throwing the power punches and landing them.
I think he has a date and he wants to get to it.
Monzon's punch is far off the target. Scored well with that straight left.
Shake it up!
What do you make of the fact that Marvin Hagler never went after what would have been a huge, I mean huge jackpot of a rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard when he was so disgusted with the way the judges went after his first fight?
I think it speaks of the makeup of the man. You know, he might not have been as fast as some fighters like Sugar Ray Leonard. He may not have been, you know, as pure in one area of power and talent as a Tommy Hearns, or of course that great kind of size that he had. But what really made him was he was a proud guy. He was a guy who really was just reliable all the time. And he felt completely betrayed by the system. And a guy that's proud like that, a guy that's his strength, is that kind of character, that's a guy that just walks away from that. And I think he showed you that.
Good block by Carlos Monzon. That's a big hook to the head by Carlos Monzon. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Accurate with the straight left. And that does it for this round. Monzon's really impressing us here, Teddy, coming off that last round. I mean, he laid down a beating to his opponent, but sometimes confidence can also be an enemy in this game.
Yeah, you could get a little bit of overconfident. You could get careless. You know, you could forget where you were earlier or forget what you knew when you were coming into the ring. Things that you had to understand as far as defensive liabilities. He has to remember that.
Carry it away.
You don't need that. Throw that away.
And round number 3 is underway.
Looking good.
Hagler able to block that punch. just misses with that headshot. Monzon stunned by a big shot. He got to him. He hurt him there. Hagler's opponent is trying to smother him, but instead, he's pushing him away, trying to land a big shot.
And he's lucky he's getting away with it, Joe, that the referee's not warning him for this.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. Nice block by Carlos Monzon. That's a big right hand from marvelous Marvin Hagler. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Teddy, we hear a lot of people talking about where are the next great fighters coming from. In your eyes, I mean, you're around gyms all over the country, all over the world. Where are they coming from?
Well, Joe, I'll tell you where they're not coming from. They're not coming from football anymore. In the old days, the big guys, instead of going on the football field, somebody would look to make them into the next heavyweight champ. But now they're going to college, they're going to places where they find it a little bit of an easier travel, and we're losing a lot of those athletes.
Watch that!
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Carlos Monzon. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of them. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
Now hugging on the inside. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
In and out! In and out!
And we come to the end of the round.
Looking good. He's tired. Look at him. He's so fucking tired. He's got nothing left.
Okay, listen. He's gonna come forward this round. Keep that jab moving. Keep him away from you, all right? I need you to keep moving.
All we need is water up there, and that's it. You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Marvin Hagler's power has been the biggest difference in this fight so far, Teddy. As we start round number 4 and we take a look at your scorecard, he's up 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, because of that knockdown, that was the difference. But it's still close enough for his opponent, just using his jab, fundamentals, the things that he has to do to still get back in it.
He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Marvin Hagler.
Move your head! Muévete la cabeza! Keep moving! Garanticidos, coming!
There he is from long range using that jab.
Joe, if you're on the outside, say at a picnic, you want to keep those insects away, you use insect repellent. While you're on the outside as a fighter, you want to keep your opponent away? That jab, that's the way to go.
Monzon's punch didn't come close.
Hit yourself!
Not much action as he just ties up.
Yeah! Good work!
Monzon's blocking ability is doing well for him there. Halfway through round number 4.
Hook! Hook!
Up top with the quick hook. Marvin Hagler's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that? A credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
You know, we're early in this fight, but Monzon's energy may come into question soon. He's throwing a lot of punches, Teddy.
Yeah, and his mental energy, too. I'm wondering if he's getting a little discouraged that his opponent is not showing a lot of effect from all those shots.
Relax, relax.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Carlos Monzon. Ten seconds to go in the fourth.
Keep moving. Gotta see those coming.
Carlos Monzon's attitude of being effective and aggressive worked out well. His opponent is
You
damaged.
have to go out and get this guy. Don't worry about it. Get in your rhythm, okay? I want to see more jabs.
All right, all right. You are dominating this fight. Keep it up. Just keep doing what you're doing.
There you go.
You need to move your head more, okay? Side to side. Lean to the side and boom! Counter punch.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 ass spin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Good smooth work by Marvin Hagler. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go. Those hands up.
Let it go!
He missed with that headshot.
You got these one.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Marvin Hagler's in bad shape. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Sometimes timing can beat speed. That was the case as marvelous Marvin Hagler ate a well-timed power punch and went down. Let's see if Hagler has any heroics here. He beats the count, looking to fight on. Marvelous Marvin blocks that away.
Nice work, nice work. It's okay. Turn back.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. This round is in the books, and it looks like the gas tank on this fighter may be heading towards empty here. What is this, a case of guys just not putting in the road work and the conditioning prior to a fight?
No, you got to figure he came in. His weight was good. Scales don't lie. We looked at the weight. He came in pretty good condition. I think what it is now he's starting to get broken down a little bit, physically and mentally. The other guy is starting to impose himself on him.
This is your fight.
We got it.
Keep it up. Keep scoring points.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Pace yourself.
And he's holding. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Hagler's missing punches here. Now, the good news is he's throwing punches, but Teddy needs to be more accurate.
Well, can I give you the bad news?
Please.
He's throwing him to the wrong place. He's throwing him upstairs. He should throw him downstairs. This guy's moving his head. You go downstairs, you take away that head movement. Then you find him upstairs.
Blocks a shot and pulls the trigger. Halfway through round 6.
More punches. Uppercut.
Let's see some more head movement.
Carlos Monzon showing us a great display of one of the best elements of defense, Teddy, and that is your ability to make your man miss by moving your head.
And now what his opponent has to do is he has to understand, hopefully he's been taught this, that yeah, the head moves, but the body doesn't. The body is stationary right in front of you. Right now his opponent should not be going to that head. He should be going downstairs.
Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. Well off the mark by Marvin Hagler. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Okay, now we work, all right? We need to start throwing punches in bunches. Let's go to work now. Let's show them what you got. Listen, I need to see some counter punches, okay? Whatever you...
Here we go, action to start the 7th round. Carlos Monzon's going to try to keep things going in this direction. He has dominated the action all night long. Not able to land the uppercut.
Now focus.
You see him holding on.
kid. Body shots.
And he clinches yet again.
Unload.
Carlos Monzon's defense is playing a prominent role in this fight, Teddy.
Yes, it is, and specifically what it is he has good fundamentals. He keeps those hands up real good, you know. They're attached, they're up around his chin, his elbows in. You know, he has a real shell there that's not easy to penetrate.
Punch. Punch.
And a power shot lands, and all of a sudden it turns the tables.
A little slow with that jab, and he got caught in the right hand.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Carlos Monzon. At the halfway point of round 7.
Focus. Good job.
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see.
Pace yourself.
Oh, and he comes hit. Hagler's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Carlos Monzon's defense clearly carrying things right now for him, but what else should he be conscious of beyond just this good footwork we're seeing?
Well, the old times would say, hey, you're doing the hard part, you're making a miss. Do the fun part. Make sure he pays.
Unload. More punches.
10 seconds to go in the 7th. And round 7 comes to an end.
Right? Back him up. Cut the ring off. Back him up and use your feints to cut the ring off. You can't win this going back. Back him up. Always use the feint.
All right, deep breath. Get some water. You're good. You're okay.
Hagler's down on your scorecard, Teddy, but even more problematic than that is just look at him. As we start this 8th round, you see a worn-torn fighter. This is a guy who just doesn't appear to have much left in the gas tank.
Well, it's time for a pep talk. It's time for a little, you know, man-to-man talk in the corner right now for the trainer to ask him a question point blank. Do you want to be a future champion? You came to me. You asked me to make you a fighter. I didn't come to you. Now act like one.
Left and right. Left and right.
Monzon's not putting forth much offense at all. Now, listen, I get it. You put forth some offense, you got hurt, you were stunned in this fight, so now you're strictly thinking defense. But at some point, he's got to change.
Yeah, he does. Otherwise, he can't win this fight. And his opponent is just going to keep coming like that ocean, banging into that shore, and it's going to come further up the shoreline. It's not going to go away.
.90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Now focus. Work the body, kid. Body shot. Move.
there on the punch by Marvin Hagler. Parries that punch intended for the head.
Pace yourself. Oh, hands up!
Clock
Hands up.
counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. That was another great round by him. I mean, what more can you say? He's landing the cleaner punches.
He's being the boss. He's doing the job.
Boxing smart.
He's about to become the winner.
Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs, then upstairs.
All right. You want this fight? Because listen to me, man. If you want this fight, you got it. You got any more of these?
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Good block there by Marvin Hagler.
Punch!
Didn't get it done going to the body there.
Focus! Whoa!
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault.
Keep working the body.
Halfway through the 9th round.
Pace yourself.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself. He just missed that shot up top. Blocks that belt line well. Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9.
The hooks!
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Carlos Monzon. And that's the end of round 9. Shotgun's doing something that I often question, and that's a fighter going out there as that round comes to an end. Once again, just being able to say he didn't put forth enough effort. Why?
Because it's a mental game, Joe, and it's about confidence. And right now, he does not have the confidence to go forth and do those things. Even though you and me are looking and we see the opportunities there, he doesn't see them. He doesn't feel them.
Side to side.
You don't
To
need
the
that.
side,
I'll throw that
and
away.
boom. Counterpunch.
I got it.
And now they start round number 10. And he ties up on the inside.
Keep working the body.
Blocks the headshot.
Hey, gotta see that coming. Let's go.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Back to the body.
Unable to connect by Marvin Hagler. Monzon's knowledge of the game is showing through. Three ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. Halfway through round 10.
Hook! Hook!
A good block by Marvin Hagler.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Hands up. Hands up.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Blocks that punch. He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty.
Body, kid. Body shot.
Counting down towards the end of the 10th round. 10 seconds to go. And this round comes to an end.
Doing fine. Keep working on the inside and come up with the uppercut. Take a deep breath. Listen,
Gotta watch the water.
the best defense is to throw punches.
How you doing? You're still in there, you know. You still want this? Come on, take it to him. Take it to him now. He's doing everything in there, and you gotta land some of that power. Listen.
Start of round number 11. Teddy's scorecard. Hagler's not down by much, but I don't like the way he looks at all, Teddy. It looks like he doesn't have much left in the tank.
Yeah, and you wonder about his training camp. You really have to wonder, did he do enough? Because there should be a little reserve when we're looking at right now.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one.
Pace yourself.
And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Halfway through this 11th round. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs.
Focus.
Unable to land clean by Marvin Hagler.
It's all right, just keep moving. Pace yourself. Back to the body.
Blocking that punch.
Relax,
Very good
relax.
defense by Carlos Monzon. Last 10 seconds of this 11th round. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. And round 11 comes to an end. Shotgun's well conditioned to the realities of this harsh business of boxing. But even though we know what we've seen out of some ringside scorecards through the years, I'd be shocked if everybody doesn't have him ahead in this fight right now.
Yeah, but never be shocked in this business because you never know with these blind judges sometimes. I hate to say it that bluntly, but time and time again, you just get shocked when you hear the score at the end of the night.
12th and final round. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Marvin Hagler's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Good way to protect the midsection.
Left and right.
Unable to score with the uppercut that time. Carlos Monzon's defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Hagler's showing us that his legs may not be completely underneath him the way he wants them to be after being stunned earlier. He's really hanging on in there. He's tying up a lot.
Yeah, but he's being allowed to. I have to say that right now as a trainer, that he's allowed to do that. His opponent should not cooperate with him. He should take a little step back and make sure he takes advantage. Don't let him tie up.
Halfway through this 12th and final round. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
A minute to go in the fight.
You're not focusing.
Off the target by Marvin Hagler. Now he ties up there. And they will bring it home in the last 10 seconds of this final round. This was an easy fight to score from start to finish after that effort.
Well, you never know in this sport with the scoring, but this is one you know.
We're going to know in moments here as we send it up to the ring. Carlos Monzon's work tonight was well rewarded. A unanimous decision win. Teddy, you saw it all along.
It was easy, and he saw it all along. That's the thing. He saw the punches coming all night long. He was good defensively, and he was good with that left hand.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you soon.